Did you know that for every sip of drinking water, there is 99% dumb water? I'm a scientist in 3 fields. I'm an expert in water quality, and I have reviewed the research, and I have calculated the percent of dumb water. Today, 99% of the processed drinking water in the United States is used for washing our clothes, washing our dishes, watering our lawns, and flushing our toilets. That is dumb water. Less than 1% of our processed drinking water is actually consumed. Let's take that to a whole nother level. If you've heard of forever chemicals, those come from Teflon or firefighting foam, and in nature, they don't break down. And if they get into our water at very low levels, they are toxic to humans. So from a water treatment standpoint, we need to take it out from our water. And that means that we're going to be flushing our toilets with even purer water. That's dumber water. And right now, we're only going to regulate 6 of those forever chemicals out of an entire class of more than 15,000. Where will dumb water end? And if that's not enough dumb water for you, let's think about what's not making it to our homes. So water systems are processing our water. They're putting it through 2 million miles of pipes underground. And on the water's journey, they come along holes, they come along water main breaks, and it leaks from those pipes. And on an annual basis, about 20% of that water doesn't make it to our homes. That's enough water that the entire state of California could be covered with a foot of dumb water. That's 33 trillion gallons of dumb water. Public water suppliers want to help this dumb water. They would like to invest in water reuse and water recycling, but we probably all know the financial pressures that they're already under. What you probably don't know is this time next year, federal funding is projected to go off of a funding cliff and be cut by 2/3. So throwing money at the problem is not going to be our solution. So how do we fix dumb water? Well, being a country that almost everybody has smart devices and our homes have smart TVs and almost everything we can call out that is smart. Our smart cities are driven by smart infrastructure and smart telecommunications. We should be able to solve this problem. But the data and research are telling us that smart cities can't afford dumb water. So let's reimagine water. Let's reimagine it in a way that we have smart water solutions. Let's reimagine it in a way that we have sustainable technologies that we are going to treat our water when and where we need it for that 1%. Let's reimagine it in a way that we're actually going to measure the contaminants in the water with sensor technology, and then we're going to measure the performance of those technologies. Let's have affordable technologies across a wide range of technologies, and let's have affordable ways to treat complex contaminant mixtures. And let's have a reliable way that we have an industry that's been here for more than 75 years or more, and we have certified products and we have certified individuals that are at the ready today. And this, make sure that it's tailorable. Our water quality is changing. We have regional water quality. It changes by city, by home, and individuals have needs as well, whether you're a child, elderly, immunocompromised. We need it to be tailorable to everybody's needs. So you may say, smart water solutions is a term I haven't heard, Polly, but it sounds dang familiar. It's because it exists today. We don't have to wait. It may be called by different terms in different industries. The water treatment industry, it goes by point of use, under sink, countertop, in-home, whole house, point of entry. Engineers may call it fit for purpose, design water. Doesn't matter what industry is talking about it, we're talking about it with a lot of energy and passion today because we need solutions for water quality issues. And I say that with a lot of confidence because even the American Water Works Association that represents public water systems has an initiative called Water 2050. And the top technology innovation that they talk about when they look for what is going to help us get to overcoming challenges for water for 2050, it's fit for purpose, design water, or smart water systems and solutions. Now, water wouldn't be the first ones to do this. Certainly, fit for purpose has been around for a long time and has many successes in different industries. Think about helmets, seat belts, life preservers. Think about the firefighting industry. For hundreds of years has been celebrating successes. Now, certainly when they started, if you think about fire brigades, doesn't necessarily exist today and isn't the biggest success when you think about a bucket scooping up water hand to hand, person to person, putting out a fire. But that was replaced by hoses, pumps, fire trucks, until eventually they then came to the next fit for purpose success, which was fire extinguishers. And that revolutionized the firefighting industry. So much so that in the early 1900s, John Kenlin of the Fire Department of New York memorialized fit for purpose with the quote, "Fire is everyone's fight." And not just because fire extinguishers were so impactful for the industry, but because the interconnection of the industry, firefighters, and the people were so impactful for the industry. He wanted to memorialize it. And then it went so far that the firefighting industry had another fit for purpose success, which was the fire detector and fire alarms. They were able to have installed in greater than 95% of the homes and have them dedicated locations, which is right outside of bedrooms because the most vulnerable time to have a fire in your home is when people are sleeping. And they have alarms, and then even that annoying chirp to make sure that you replace the battery so that they keep working. And because of smoke detectors and smoke alarms, the firefighting industry has been able to reduce death and injuries by fire by greater than 50% in recent decades. So now reimagine water in a similar way, using smart water solutions. Now, first of all, we have the infrastructure for central treatment. That would not go away. And we would not want that to go away. We want a minimum standard. We have gained too much of public health in the last 100 years to give that up. A great example is our life expectancy globally has doubled. And in the US, it has increased by 50% because of water chlorination and water sanitation. We can't give that up. But we can improve upon that by, again, having installation of smart water solution at dedicated location where consumption is happening. And then make sure we have that annoying chirp or that alarm to make sure that we are maintaining and making sure that they're working the way that they should. But have us stop over processing the 99% of dumb water and redirect that to the 1% that is going to make the biggest impact. It's a simple, obvious shift to unlock billions and maximize public health. Why aren't we doing this today? Well, consumer insights would tell us that homeowners are concerned about their water, but they look at the water quality and water treatment landscape and they say, it's so complex, I don't even know where to start. And then we look at studies by the Water Quality Research Foundation, and the regulatory barriers tell us it's access to homes and it's operational complexities like changing filters that are the main barriers that we need to overcome. And being in the water quality industry for a couple decades, I would say that there are unnecessary regulatory barriers related to both of those that we need to unwind as well. Learning from the firefighting industry, the key to success of overcoming these barriers is that interconnection of industry, the professionals, and people. So for us, we need to find where water is everyone's fight. Today, we need to make water everyone's fight. And I know everyone says, gosh, I have so much on my plate. How do I add one more thing? Change is not easy. But the big thing is, change is already here. Change is in the people. 28 of 50 states already allow smart water solutions for regulatory compliance. 43 million that are on private wells, like myself, already have smart water solutions that are our only option for having water treatment in our homes. If you are camping, you're a hiker, or you're off-roader, and you're using water treatment, you're already in the fight for water. If you have a water treatment device in your home today, you're already in the fight for water. The fight has already begun. What we need to do is amplify the fight for water. And we do that by knowing our water, connecting with our water, and controlling our water. And there are 3 ways that we can do that. First, we need to read the annual report that comes from our public water supplier. We need to read it and understand it. We need to know the quality of water that's coming through the pipes to our homes. The second step, we do need to test the water as it is in our home, because as it comes through those pipes, it can pick up things along the way. Or if you're on a private well like myself, you should understand the quality of water coming from the ground because no one else is testing it but you. If you find a concern in either of those places, then you move to step 3. Consult a water treatment professional and possibly treat. That's how we amplify the fight for water. And just a couple weeks ago, the Healthy H2O Act was introduced into Congress to help us fund the fight through homeowners and communities. And it will start in rural areas that don't have funds to fight and that need the funds to fight. We are only as smart as our water. Smart cities can afford smart water solutions, especially when water is everyone's fight. So let's kickstart action today by answering one question. How smart is your water? Thank you.